If you ever stop to wonder why all changelings in Deep Space Nine look like Odo, it's explained that Odo looks the way he does because he tried to mimic the faces of the Bajoran scientists who worked on him, but he finds humanoid faces extremely difficult to mimic.
Faces aren't easy.
And this explanation makes sense and is good enough for most people. After all, a Bajoran face is much more complicated than a trolley or a duffel bag or an entire dog. Well, I did say good enough. But anyways, this doesn't explain why the other founders choose to have such crude and simple faces when their shape-shifting abilities are far greater than that of Odo's. The most commonly given explanation is that other changelings choose to look this way to make Odo comfortable. They see him approaching the Great Link for the first time and mimic that appearance throughout the series. However, I don't believe this is the case. While you could likely convince me the founders are manipulative enough to overcome their hatred of solids to do such a thing, this doesn't explain why lazily and probably inaccurately named female changeling chooses to look like this when surrounded by others. Particularly Jem'hadar and Vorta, especially given nobody ever mentions this. Not even some sort of founder. Might I say that new look really brings out your godly side. From Wayoon. And I can't accept Laws would smooth out his facial features to make Odo more comfortable, when he believes Odo is ashamed of his changeling heritage and is being held back by filthy solids. No. Instead, I think we're seeing something much more innate to the changeling species. I believe that all changelings, almost certainly without knowing it, are mimicking the appearance of the precursor civilization. We know from TNG that all humanoid life is the result of an ancient precursor race seeding their DNA into the gene pools of ancient planetoids. While the founders aren't humanoid, like most sentient life in the galaxy, they too are probably a result of that precursor race. So when a changeling attempts to become humanoid, the most natural form that comes to them is the form already built into their DNA, that of a precursor, the original and arguably purest form of humanoid. This would also explain how even a baby changeling can assume the shape of a supposedly extremely difficult human face without any prior shape-shifting experience. It's even possible that individual changelings are unknowingly assuming the form of specific individuals of the precursor race, explaining the similarities between female changeling and ancient humanoid. Are these really the names of those characters? Not only do I believe this is a better theory than the commonly given explanation, but I think it adds a certain poetic nature to the founders, a race dedicated to the subjugation of all other life in the galaxy through a deep hatred of all things humanoid, doing so with the faces of our shared ancestors that gave the galaxy that form. Ancestors who only wanted their children to coexist and share the universe they left behind.